Hi, Dave. This is Mark, and I'm just getting to your course visit today. I have to apologize for the noise. It's pretty crazy. I have 24 family members. We're in Texas, having a great time, but chaotic is, typically is for this time of year. All right, so I'm just going to kind of show you some things that I'm looking at and give you my thoughts. So you have right here your announcements page, which looks nice, and let's see here if we can scroll down to whatever else you see. All right, so anyway, yeah, what you have is the kind of a nice video, which is awesome, and I think students really genuinely appreciate this. And I've wondered how you've been able to personalize this. If you could share with me, I remember learning it in our boot camp, and then I tried it and it didn't work, so I think I have one thing off. So I think it's great though that you've personalized it. I like your font. The Comic Sans I think works. Your message is positive and so forth. So things maybe you can add to it to make it even better. Maybe some specific feedback on things that you're noticing, or comments, or supplemental information that relates to topics that students are studying. Okay. Anyways, I think it's good, looks good, and I'm sure it's very student friendly. And hopefully they've given you some comments too about all of your announcements. All right, so let's go to discussions here. All right, so on this particular course visit, I'm just going to go through weeks 8 and 9. And first, it's great to see just you're staying on top of everything, and your comments are very positive. I think this is, to me, a joy to be able to interact with our students and give them feedback on things that they're doing as well. And I'm always impressed with our BYU Idaho students on how much they really take seriously these discussion boards, and it's just a testament to their genuineness and kindness. So, and I just, I'm noticing a lot more improvement from this time to last time on your posting and so forth, which is hard to do. It's hard to make time to do all of this, but that's kind of why we do this. And I've always found it's kind of like home teaching. When you do it, you feel good about yourself because you've just engaged yourself with somebody else, and that's part of serving. Something you can probably just think about too in the future is just maybe a deeper thinking questions to kind of push your students to go for, and just to kind of help them go a little bit farther in what they're doing. Anyway, so I just kind of silently reviewed your other topics here. I did notice group 5 on week 10. One person, it's kind of sad, right, made a comment. So it looks like that group 5 is very, very small, if non-existent, which is too bad. Okay. All right, well, let's kind of go now to your grades here and take a look. What we're looking for is a couple of things. Number one is that everything is graded on time. Okay. And so I'm not going to look through everything, but what we're trying to see, of course, is that all assignments receive some kind of grade. Now, I've noticed on the discussion board groups, it's a bit challenging sometimes to catch everything. Now, I noticed here, okay, here we go. So what you have to do is find that everybody receives a grade. So, which it looks like you're doing. And I have noticed at times I've missed students who don't post because when I grade discussion boards, unless I go back and visually confirm that everybody has a grade, kind of like I'm doing right now with you, sometimes they slip through the cracks because they don't make a comment and it doesn't show up on my, grade options. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but okay. So anyways, Um, all right, so as far as I can tell, everything has a grade, which is great. I can't check everything, but you'll just want to make sure you thoroughly do that before the end of the semester. So the last thing I'm going to look at is feedback on assignments, and there's 3 of them, right? And the in GS 120. So one of them is the application activity, which in my opinion is one of the best opportunities to give feedback because it's them using, what they've learned and applying it. So, and the feedback here looks great. It's specific, and you have questions, and I think especially when we dock scores off that we explain why not. Okay, so that I think is done well. And again, on this particular assignment, you have here's where you're asking all your questions, which is good. And I'm just curious if they ever give you feedback on your feedback, right? Sometimes it's frustrating when we do it and they don't even look at it, but we still got to do it. That's just part of it. So, and some of it's template, which is okay. I think it's fine when we see similar things, that we can kind of use the same comments. One thing I'll do when I use template kind of feedback, similar to what you're doing, is try to give a name in there. So like you can just so like you have Anna up here. I would just say, Anna, I like the article you picked. That way it's a little more personalized, and then you can put the common kind of comments that you have, and maybe a comment or 2 just to kind of indicate that it's unique to that person. And just little things like that, I think, make a big difference too. And so it's important that we get feedback at least for one assignment each week. And what I'm trying to do is find out if there's a variation of grade. If how much of a variation of grades are there on these assignments. All right, so I am going through another assignment, the teacher friend, and I do notice individual feedback on this one. And again, this is one of my favorite activities too when I've taught GS 120 to talk to, because you get some interesting comments, and experiences from them, and it just naturally seems to lead to that. So good job. I'm impressed, Dave, with a lot of the, I don't know if it's just improvement or effort or what, but it just seems like you have handled this half of the semester really well, and it's been really kind of neat to work with you. So anyways, I'll finish the rest of this evaluation just kind of looking through here silently, but I genuinely appreciate your your effort and cooperation and just pleasant spirit that you bring to our group, and wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a happy Merry Christmas, as that shortly will be upon us.